F&B, it's the mob. It's just us now. We doing this F&B shit for our brothers. They know it's us against the world, got each other. We trying to make it out the struggle, living in the gutter. It's the mob and G team, a family like no other. We doing this F&B shit for our brothers. They know it's us against the world, and now we got each other. We trying to make it out the struggle, living in the gutter. It's the mob and G team, a family like no other.
First off, it's FMB to the death of me. I do it for the niggas standing next to me. Lames to the left of me. Nigga getting rich is the destiny. Been a soldier since a child, no destiny. You niggas marks, I sit down cause I can't stand it. And that thing shoot good like it's left-handed. And that 40 leave you stranded on some other planet. Being broke, I don't understand it. That's why I'm headed to the top, chasing all this guap. Boy, I'm hot like a crock pot, shining like a wristwatch, riding every TikTok. Man, my money long like a tube sock. That's why all these little bops wanna get their world right. Hey, it's FMB, bro, you know that. Been repping my team like a throwback. Hey, fuck what you say, ballin' out control. A nigga spin fire, stop, drop, and roll.
We doing this F&B shit for our brothers. They know it's us against the world, and now we got each other. We trying to make it out the struggle, living in the gutter. It's the mob and G team, a family like no other. We doing this F&B shit for our brothers. They know it's us against the world, and now we got each other. We trying to make it out the struggle, living in the gutter. It's the mob and G team, a family like no other.
I'm just trying to ball like LeBron James. You broke, boy, you probably can't afford like a Mustang, get it? You see I crack myself up, I get money, so you can say I stack myself up. I back myself up, that's real nigga shit, but I'm with F&B, bitch, so that's for my brother shit, huh? Me and my niggas coming soon. I'm married to the money, we at the moon for our honeymoon. It's FMB, who I do it for. Probably with my bros in the studio. Probably with my bros chilling with your hoes. I'm trying to get some bands and I'm out the door.
We doing this F&B shit for our brothers. They know it's us against the world, and now we got each other. We trying to make it out the struggle, living in the gutter. It's the mob and G team, a family like no other. We doing this F&B shit for our brothers. They know it's us against the world, and now we got each other. We trying to make it out the struggle, living in the gutter. It's the mob and G team, a family like no other.
Out the roof, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
What's going on? What's going on, man? We live from the boxing section, man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So listen, man, before we get started with the show, I gotta take some time to acknowledge my cousin Lil E. We're gonna do, a moment of silence. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do a quick moment of silence for him and shit. This is the anniversary of his death. 2 years ago, man, he was shot and killed. So, it's an emotional time for your boy, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it moving. But we're gonna do a moment of silence for Lil E. You dig what I'm saying? I wish I had that bell. We could do the bell, but we're gonna have a moment of silence for my mans and them, and we'll go from there. All right, man. So it's MMA Thursdays. I don't know where none of the MMAers are at right now. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting on all the MMAers to come through. Shout out to G Brown. Shout out to Taylor Bell, man. Y'all see y'all boys, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Okay, so we're getting started. We put this link in the chat so I can really get to talking and shit. So we got Jose Pedraza versus Jose Ramirez this weekend. Should be a cool fight. I'm not really like super excited about the fight. It's not really too many fighters on that card that I want to see. But shit, it should be some good boxing going on. Big O 581, man. Salute to my brother. Yeah, so it wasn't, really wasn't that many people that I would have seen on this card, but shit, it is what it is, man. I'm just looking for April's what I'm looking forward to, bruh, as it pertains to boxing. April is what I'm looking forward to. March 19th, though, Top Rank, I think, got a good card. March 19th, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the Puerto Rican Day Parade, John. So I think that's the one I think that's what it is. I think it's Angel Berlanga coming back. Shoes on that card. I think. Oh yeah, Keyshawn Davis is on that card. As a matter of fact, yeah, March 19th, Top Rank got a hell of a card. Xander Zaire is on that card. Yeah. Top Rank got a card for us, man, in March. Yeah, March 19th. Yeah, that's what we got. March 19th. Yeah. March 19th. That's most definitely. Most definitely. That's hell of a card. Yeah. That's gonna be cool. Damn, I almost forgot about that. But yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good. I think Haven Bradley gonna be on that card too as well. If I'm not mistaken, but I know for a fact Shoes on that card. It's Edgar Berlanga. It's Keyshawn Davis. Xander Zaire. Let me see what else is on that card, girl. Man, let's look at that card real quick, man. Let's go Top Rank. Yeah, man. Let me get to it. Let me get to that real quick. Salute to everybody coming in. Shoot, I'm trying to find the card. If I can find it. But yeah, it's gonna be a good card. But Edgar Berlanga is headlining it though. Okay, here we go. All right, bring this up. Rob Brown, salute to you, brother. Appreciate you sliding through. So shoes on that card. Looking for hold on shit for they fucking, you know what I'm saying, for they fucking give me a strike. Take that shit off. I know Keyshawn Davis is on there. Aha! Jahad Tucker. He's on that card. That's a good. Yeah. March 19th is gonna be good. You see? Yeah, March 19th is gonna be really good. I like what they got going on. March 19th. Yeah, I like what they got going on March 19th. Master Yoda, salute to you, my brother. What's going on? Yes, that should be good, man. That should be good. That should be good, man. That should be good. If anybody want to join the panel, link is in the chat, man. Most definitely live. Most definitely live. Trying to figure this out. All right, so I guess we're gonna, let me see if I can get. I'm trying to pull up the March 19th card so I can get everybody that's on there, not just a few fighters. OG, what's going on, Centos?
Not much, man. I was trying to see if this software has straightened itself out, but it hasn't. Still got me coming through the phone.
Well, I mean, shit, man. We can hear you though, so that's the good thing.
I pulled that ticket today for that fight. I kept forgetting to get it. Before I went to sleep, I went on and got it. I was at my bed, sleep, about to fall asleep, man. And they won't forget it. Hey, them tickets don't start to pick up on sales. I mean, the sales are picked up now. So some tickets about to get ghosts.
Yeah, I'm still in limbo, man. I'm still in limbo. What I'm finna do, bro?
Yeah, I want this. I know that's what you've been saying, man. Because I thought about you. I said, "Shoot, I ought to grab two just in case."
Yeah, grab two just in case. Shit, fuck it.
I already made that prayer. I can try to see if I can get another one right next to me.
Yeah, see if you can do that. All right, here we go. All right, headliner: Edgar Berlanga versus Steve Rose. Xander Zaire versus Quincy. I can't even say that shit, dog. Keyshawn Davis. I don't know who that cat is. I don't know who Pablo Valdez is. And then Keon or Kelvin Davis. That's gonna be cool. So Virgil Ortiz is supposed to be fighting. There, shit. They don't show the whole entire card. Man, they still got Q-Sound Davis doing like a third party type.
Third party? What do you mean?
John, what's going on? John. What's going on? Yo, shit choppy as hell.
Oh, my bad, bro. Let me go on. Let me go on.
What just happened? Though you just last night.
No, I'm not on my tablet. I'm on my phone. That's what I'm telling you. Let me go on mute for a second. I gotta clean my apples right quick before I can get out of here.
Hold on, real quick. Call DJ.
Calling DJ.
What's up, player? You at home, nigga?
Yeah, nigga, I'm knocked out.
Nigga, it's Thursday, nigga. It's your day, nigga.
Hell yeah. Damn, so is, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Ain't nobody on the damn stream. I'm damn near by myself. Oh shit, I'm all right, we back, man. We back. Wait, no, Santos to come back. Shit, DJ should be here in no time. You dig what I'm saying? But in the meantime, in between time, let's talk about Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Pull this up. I think it's gonna be a Toro Gotti versus I think it's gonna be a Toro Gotti versus Floyd Mayweather. I think he's gonna outclass that man to death, dude. I'm very excited, man, for Shakur Stevenson to get his chance to show his greatness. I think after he beats Valdez, they'll put him on the pound for pound list for the ESPN. We already got him on ours, and Chance I got him on his and things like that. So we're not really sweating that part. But I am looking forward to seeing Shakur Stevenson get his just due. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing about ESPN website, dude, they don't really highlight PBC that often. Let me see what they got. PBC ain't got shit. They ain't highlight this shit. That's crazy. They ain't even highlight Earl Spence fight on ESPN.com. That's crazy. Yeah.
Who you saying didn't highlight Earl Spencer fight?
ESPN.
Oh no, ain't gonna, no, ESPN ain't gonna do that because they fight.
So it said key dates, right? They got Tyson Fury, Dillian White.
They fight.
Ramon Gonzalez versus Julio Cesar Martinez. That's a key date. Of course, Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez, and then Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. That's a key date. But they don't pull up. They don't talk about Earl Spence. That full schedule. The full. Oh shit! Let me do. Oh fuck! Pull this shit up. All right, so the full schedule for March. PBC don't really got much. They would have had one fight, but that fight got canceled. Okay, so we got Jose Ramirez versus Jose Pedraza. Gabriel Flores is on that card. Jose Gonzalez is on that card. Richard Torres Jr. He's a heavyweight Olympian. He's on that card. Okay, so let's go to the zone. Okay. Give me I don't want to get the line to you niggas about that. Okay. I ain't gonna get y'all niggas the line about that either. So March 12th. Nah. March 18th. No. Let's see. All right, March 19th. Got Edgar Berlanga. That's his card. Virgil Ortiz is supposed to fight on that card. Okay. Let's see. They got a lot of fights in Dubai coming up. Kiko Martinez versus Josh Warrington. That's March 26th. Tim Zhu versus Durrell Gachet. That's March 26th. Let's see. So in April, Savannah Marshall versus whoever the fuck that is. Probably like a mandatory some shit. Michaela Mir versus that. Okay, that's some Michaela Mir fight gonna be a good one. Oh, Gennady Golovkin's supposed to fight on the April 9th as well. Ryan Garcia's fight on April 9th. Okay, April 16th. You already know what time it is. So the co-main event is Isaac Cruz versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, I don't know how the hell this happened or why the hell this happened, but this shit's out of pocket, bruh.
That's the main event.
That's the co-main event. This is the co-main event.
To which fight? To Spence fight.
Huh?
Which fight is that on? What's the main
That's
event?
Earl Spence.
That's what I thought you said. Oh, okay. Man, look, I haven't been keeping up with any of this stuff lately, man, because it's been all fugazi to me, man. So just to keep my boxing stress level in order, I sometimes pull away and don't keep up with it on purpose because of a lot of BS be going on in the sport, But I got to get back in tune with it. Yeah, that's well, I mean, you know what it is. The money's going to the main event, and everything else is going to be on the budget, a smaller budget, of course.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, but dude, come on, man. Yuri Gamboa, Isaac Cruz, come on, man.
Yeah, big.
That's okay.
Hey,
April 23rd is Tyson Fury versus Dillian White.
I got a question when you get finished.
Yeah. April 30th, we got of course. Okay, that's the Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano fight. Jesse Vargas versus Liam Smith. Okay. Brayshawn Cruz is on that card as well. Okay. I ain't mad at that.
She fighting Kadeja Green.
Huh?
Who's she fighting?
Either I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how to say this girl name, cuz. Oh, give me the
Well, let me
line.
ask you, what you know about the cat that Ryan Garcia is supposed to be fighting soon? He looked like an African guy.
Yeah, I don't know much about the guy. May 7th, Canelo Alvarez. And then June, we ain't got nothing else. We ain't got nothing else on the list. Yeah, that's it. And that is it for that. Man, we trying here tonight. What the hell is going on tonight, man?
It must be at a block party, man. It must be a lot of gals at the block party everybody's at.
Yeah, because we ain't got our shit dry as hell tonight. Champside live right now. Shit.
What all I miss on our Fred's show?
I mean, you just chopping it up. You miss Deacon 305 talking about he don't want no no gay people giving him blood or heart transplant.
You don't want who? Gang member?
Gay people.
Gay people. Oh, I ain't mad at him.
What are you talking about, Santos?
Well, he's worried about if they, blood has been see, HIV can set up in your body dormant for a little while before it's detected.
You know they test that blood like countlessly.
Yeah, they tested, but they used to also do transfusions of people end up with HIV.
That's because they didn't test it back in them days like that, bro. It's tested now, dog.
Well, he old school like me. We don't trust a lot of stuff.
Man, that motherfucker. As soon as I said, nigga, you wouldn't take the heart. That nigga said, yeah, you'll take it. Fuck out of here. That nigga's crazy. Y'all just be talking shit. You old motherfuckers just be talking shit, dog. Y'all don't believe half the shit y'all say.
That's why we walk the way we walk, man, because we got that old school flair, you know what I'm saying? Man, the field price went up again, man.
What?
The field prices, man, are going up again. It's gonna cost me over $4 to fill up in the morning, man. It was just right at $4 today.
Shh, man, it's
Now, it's gonna be above $4 when I get back in the morning. $4.20, man. That's bull crap, man.
Man, this shit is crazy.
I want to tell you, it ain't that I'm mad about what's going on in the world and the fuel price going on. I'm mad because I need to let these folks know they need to pay me more money. That's what I'm pissed about. Even for this route right here that I'm about to do, they need to pay. You know, they already know if they ask me to do anything, I'm gonna tax them. I got to do it. Honestly, for a person in my business, when fuel prices go up like this, an opportunity for you to make more profit. It's like they say, when it's up, then it's up.
DJ, get your raggedy ass off here. All right, let me do what I do. All right, man. The man is here. The man right here.
I'm gonna be jumping off in a minute because I gotta load this truck, man. Then
I
I'll
mean,
be
he
getting back
he
on
he he he, he ain't gonna need you. This is MMA. This
here.
is
Okay,
this is the
I'm off.
legendary. You know what I'm saying? They call you the Coxman. You know what I'm saying? But they call him the sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? The overweight lover. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
the women call him Big Daddy, aka Big Sexy. You know what I'm saying? We call him the Juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? The ultimate the ultimate bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. You feel me? You know?
yeah,
The
that
man
part.
himself, the motherfucking legend. Your grandma's favorite grandson, your auntie's favorite nephew. You understand what I'm saying? My motherfucking dog, man. Y'all know who it is, man. Y'all already know who it is, man. Big DJ in the motherfucking house tonight. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Jones in the motherfucking crib. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
And them breasts
He tell wifey, make me them waffles. Hell, she making them goddamn waffles. He said, girl, I want bacon with that. She gonna cook that goddamn bacon. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a fact, Jack. You know what I'm saying? My motherfucking dog, DJ, what's happening, big dog? What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on, man? What's going on with everybody? How y'all feeling tonight? What's
Yeah,
going on, Cisco?
wake your sleepy
What's up,
ass
my
up,
brother?
nigga. Hey, nigga had
Hey,
me
man,
feeling
stay out of
bursting
grown
40
folk business,
minutes,
man.
nigga. You out of pocket. Hey, the next thing we got coming on is one of the most irritants. You know what I'm saying? The ruler pissing black people off. You know what I'm saying? He don't speak Spanish, but he called himself Mex. The stankinest nigga I know with the biggest hoodie I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Kyle, you
That's pretty
hell,
good.
man.
The
That's pretty
author, and
good.
listen,
That's
the
what it's
author of
trademark.
confusion. Hey, listen, hold on. I gotta finish my intro. The author of confusion. You know what I'm saying? We don't call him Mex, we call him Rex, because he's a fucking American. My motherfucking dog ain't got a clue what black people have gone through, but damn it, he back like he never left. What's going on, Max?
Yo.
His
Hey,
shit
that
on
was the
the
greatest intro. Hey, you need. Hey, I want you to do my eulogy, bro. You need to.
I got to kill you first.
What's up, man?
Yesterday, that could have been.
You
All
might have to
right,
change your screen name to
Kamal.
the American, bro. Hey,
All
Mix.
right, man. Kamal Usman.
Hey, he might have to change the screen name to the American, like the movie.
Hey,
I
man.
changed his name to Mex. I mean Rex the Banana Eater. You know what I'm saying? This nigga
Oh
ate that
man.
banana on live and shit. Yeah. So now DJ, you here? Mex, you here?
What's up, Mark West? What's going on, Taylor Bell?
All right. Listen. Kamar Usman has fought both of these dudes and,
Yeah, Kamal
beat
Usman's
both these
kids.
dudes twice. We got Kobe Covington, Jorge Masvidal. Okay. This should be a hell of a fight this Saturday night. Let me get some predictions,
All right,
and
look at
we'll
here,
go
brother.
from there. The
Look at my
takeover
brother.
will be taken over. Go ahead, DJ. What you got?
Hey, hold on, DJ. I'm gonna jump off and get back on after I finish loading my truck. Okay. Please
Hurry
hold.
your
Y'all
old
don't go
ass
nowhere.
up.
Hey man, quit getting that crust out of your eyes, man. You always front, man.
Shit, nigga, I'm finna take a shower. Shit, shower and shave. Shit. The kings of MMA talk they on right now. It's the only
Yeah.
time we agree with Mex is when we talk about MMA. Because
Leave Max alone,
if
man.
he hey look Santos, because if he say
Yeah.
some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying, DJ gonna whoop his ass real quick verbally. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, hey, DJ known to get
Man,
spankers out
that's
on the MMA side. He known to give out them
He'll
verbal
straighten Mr. Jones is straighten the motherfucker up, man.
spankers.
matter of fact. Hold on. We gotta get some straightening real quick. Hold on, let me see something. Let me do this real quick before you go.
Yeah, shout out to chat, man. What's up with y'all, man? See y'all out here.
We fucking low. And I think it's your fault, man. You didn't scare everybody off and shit.
Hey, not me.
Hey, y'all
I
wasn't
try to
blocking
have
everybody last night, was y'all?
blocking anyone?
Nobody got blocked last night, right?
I don't think so.
Hey Taylor Bell, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate. Listen. We got a good card coming up this weekend. Of course, the grudge match between Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. Personally, I got Colby in that fight, but I really don't care who wins. I just want both of them to beat the piss out of each other, man. Just go ahead and get this over with. Whenever you got bad blood like this, like they know both each other's personal business, and they've been telling it. Oh man, this has been crazy.
So why did they fall out?
Both guys got different reasons. Jorge Masvidal's side of the story, he's saying Colby didn't pay his striking coach. Now, the guy who, and this has been Jorge Masvidal's striking coach since he got into the sport. You know what I mean? But he started working with Colby. I think it was right before the Robbie Lawler fight, right before Colby Covington fought Robbie Lawler a couple of years ago. And Colby's been on his way up the roster and got the interim title at one point. And Jorge Masvidal saying that the coach told him that he never paid him. He's like, you never paid me for my services. And Colby was like, well, no, I did pay you. It's I paid the gym, which 5% of their purse goes to their gym every time they fight. He was like, well, I thought it was taken care of in that. He was like, why are you telling me I owe you extra money? So since Jorge Masvidal had to pay the coach out of his own money for Colby, sometimes money can drive friends apart. Now, Colby Covington's side of the story is it's like, well, once I won the interim title, Jorge Masvidal just became jealous. Like I reached heights in my career. He's been fighting longer than me, and I reached heights in my career that he was trying to get to before him. So, even though we were friends, he was envious of that. And he just started finding reasons not to like me, finding reasons not to train with me. And he made up this whole excuse about me not paying a coach. He was like, I always pay all my coaches. He's like, so he made up this excuse about me not paying a coach to have a legit reason not to like me other than just being jealous. And so both guys called bullshit on both guys' story. But either way it goes, it's going to lead to a great fight.
This is a great card, actually, man, top to bottom, as far as the pay-per-view part of it.
Great card. Even though I'm disappointed in the co-main event between Rafael dos Anjos and Renato Moicano, your man Makhachev, bruh. Your man Makhachev shit the bed. He shit the bed on this one. Dana said they offered him to fight. Then he accepted, and then he came back and turned it down. So what you got to say about that, Bex? First of all, let me get your prediction on the Covington and Masvidal fight? I keep wanting to say Usman's kids.
I got Covington. I think either a late stoppage from just wearing Masvidal down, or just a dominant 5-rounder. I don't see him like knocking him out, or maybe tapping him out possibly, but I think just the pressure and the pace be too much.
Right.
But Masvidal has a puncher's chest, like a lot of people do. But like I said, the main thing I'm concerned about, even though Kobe don't have the power, is that chin, man. Masvidal ain't never been slept like that. You just sleep. That wasn't no TKO. That was good night. So things change in fighters' careers usually after they take that one big KO. So I mean,
Who the
we'll see.
Masvidal
Not that young.
Who the Masvidal get knocked out by?
Usman.
Sleep.
You remember?
Oh yeah.
But he knocked. But I'm gonna say this though. He knocked Kobe out too. Usman.
He stopped Kobe. He didn't knock Kobe out.
Man, he dropped Kobe twice, and then stopped him. So
Masvidal was asleep.
But still, we talking about the strength of the chin. Kobe got dropped twice and stopped. So
he got his jaw broke too.
Yeah, so both guys took damage against Kamaru Usman. Like I said, these Kamaru Usman's kids, man. Masvidal has sneaky striking, man. It's sneaky. He sets traps. He's a veteran of the sport, man, and he has underrated grappling. So it could be a lot more interesting than what people are thinking. But ultimately, like you, Megs, I think that pressure and that volume that Kobe's gonna put out is ultimately going to be too much, man. I'm thinking it's going to be a 4-1 fight, but Masvidal's going to have his times in this fight where he hurts Kobe. He's going to have his times.
I hope he beats Kobe Covington
First round.
I really
think
hope
Masvidal's coming out first round, try to kill him.
The reason why I want him to beat Kobe Covington, bro, is because Kobe Covington is so fucking fake, man. This dude, bro. I mean, this guy, he's like Mex, man. He doesn't know what he wants to be. You know what I mean? He just doesn't. Hey,
go ahead, guys.
Real quick. Now that we got some people in here, though, I gotta redo this.
What up, right side?
We got some extra people in here, so let me do this real quick. We gotta do a little moment of silence for Lil E. You know what I'm saying? Now that we got some more people in here, let's do that real quick. Yeah. RIP Lil E, man. I miss you guys like a motherfucker, man. For real. Cause I miss you like crazy, man. For real. RIP Lil E, man. I'm gonna leave this up for a minute. I'm gonna leave this up for the rest of the show. We only got 4 people. Everybody can be seen. Yeah, man. So RIP Lil E. We good to go.
Was that your family?
Yes, my cousin.
So,
you know, every time I say RP Lil E, you know what I'm saying? This is who that is. You know what I'm saying? He died 2 years ago on this day. The same day my boy TK was born, man. So, you know, this day was a little shaky. I didn't post much, but you know.
Hey, we here, man. You got the fam right here, man.
Yeah,
it was gun violence.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, salute to the homie, man. Salute to him.
Most definitely.
Yo, what's up with Thug Nasty, baby? Hey, Thug Nasty, man. I hope he wins. Barbosa looks good though, but
man, Barbosa's about to get mauled, man. If he don't catch him and knock him out, Barbosa get mauled, man. And my guy Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell is about to have his coming out party today. I meant this Saturday.
I don't see how anyone could not like the guy. I mean, other than maybe his political views if people are in the politics, but just as a person, like he's so polite, well spoken, just.
Bro, what's his political views?
He's right wing all day.
Yeah, he's from Arkansas.
Say it again.
You from what, Arkansas?
He from Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, the man can fight. He can fight.
Yeah,
Like, he
absolutely.
Can,
I think going back to the whole Kobe thing, that's what I was about to tell Kyle. I was like, that's what gets lost though, people. You know, between with Kobe's whole shtick, you know, people keep forgetting. You know, even though he acts like a turd, and you know, where's the "Make America Great Again" hat, and you know, and calling people all these names, people forget the kid can fight, man. So, but yeah, going back to Bryce Mitchell, yeah, man, he's a very talented mixed martial artist, 14-1. I think 3 out of his last 4 wins, if I'm not mistaken, are all by submission, including 2 of the best submissions I've ever seen with the twister submission, which is very hard to lock up. I really can't explain to you the intricacies of that submission, but it's really rare to not only land it, but to lock it up and get a sub out of it, man. But yeah, he hadn't fought since 2020 though, so you know I'm worried about that. But you know I fully expect him to win this fight Saturday against Edson Barboza, who is a dangerous striker, a very dangerous striker. He has lightning fast kicks, strong punches, not necessarily knockout punches, but everybody's seen that highlight, that spinning wheel kick, the spinning head kick knockout of Terry Edom. Even though it was 10 years ago, hey, people still remember that highlight. He's one of the only guys who's got multiple stoppages by leg kicks. So this fight should be very interesting, man.
Hey man, I gotta ask y'all. So on the fight card, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the early fights, and Greg Hardy is on the card, bro. And I'm a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? We took a flyer on Greg Hardy. Any chance he get? I want to see him get his ass knocked out. Just to be quite honest with you, that's just because of what he brought. The nonsense he brought over to the Cowboys, you feel me? So what y'all got on that fight or that early card? I think that might be the first.
No, he's on. I think Greg Hardy's on the main card. He's fighting Sergey.
No, I think he's the first fight on the main card. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant when you said early card. I thought you meant like prelim.
No. On the early part of the main card. What y'all got on that fight?
Okay.
I got Greg Hardy.
You got Greg Hardy over Spivak?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, this should be one of those fights where just somebody's gonna go out because you know Spivak lost his last fight. When did he fight? I think he fought like last September, October, and I remember him getting stopped in the first round. But before that, I remember he beat Alexei Olenek. And he got knocked out by Tuivasa as well, I think. So, you know, both guys have been knocked out by Tai Tuivasa. No, yeah. Was it knockout? I know. Was it a knockout? No. Tai Tuivasa subbed him. He subbed him. So anytime somebody gets choked out by Tai Tuivasa, who's a knockout artist, man, I don't know how good your grappling is, but Greg Hardy has a puncher's chance. He's shown not to have a ground game at all. He's shown to get winded in these fights, and he got slept cold by Tai Tuivasa in his last fight, man. So we'll see how his chin recovers, you know. But I feel what you're saying about the nonsense that Greg Hardy brought over to the Dallas Cowboys, but at the same time, Jerry Jones has been known to do that in the past. So, that really did surprise me.
That's what Jerry does. That's exactly what he does.
That's just what Jerry does.
That's exactly what
Greg was relatively quiet with the Cowboys, man. He didn't really make a lot of noise. It's just people had felt the way about him getting another chance. And you know how I feel about men who do that to women. So, you know, I ain't got no love for him, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, we can't forget about the facts of what happened in that case.
I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on the brother. I'm always for second chances. I'm always for it. But it's like this man 4th or 5th chance, bro. That was my problem with it. It wasn't a second chance. Other shit had. Anyways, I'm not getting into that shit tonight, bro.
We can't discriminate against special needs people that just don't get it the first time. You know what I mean? We got, he ain't got no trouble since being UFC. I mean, it's been what, 4 years, 3 years already?
No, that's true. That's true. He ain't been in no trouble recently, so I'm just saying, I'm not defending. I'm not against it, brother. I just want to see him get his ass knocked out again.
Nah, you against him. You against him. You want to see his ass.
My man, hey, look, said you want to see him get knocked to the fucking moon.
I want to see.
I ain't got nothing against him. I just want to see his ass go to sleep. That's about it.
I just hope he dies and shit, but it's not personal.
Yeah, he's been knocked out in his last 2 fights, man. So we'll see what happens. He's one more knockout away from getting cut from the UFC.
And that was going to be my next question, bro.
Exciting.
What? So it's so interesting, man. The UFC is so interesting to me because you can get your ass knocked out and then find yourself fighting again, and not necessarily title content. Not necessarily a title fight, but in contention to be 2 fights away from a title fight. You know what I'm saying? And the dynamic versus boxing is just so different to me. You feel me? But I love to watch. I love UFC now just because. Most of the time, you see great fights. You see good fighters fighting each other versus Tank Davis fighting whoever Tank gonna fight. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, but I don't think I think it's sustainable for the UFC. I don't think it's sustainable for boxing to do it that way. But I would prefer the boxing to kind of move like the UFC's moving because you see great fights, and in boxing, who knows who you might see fight.
Man, I've been saying that for years. That's why I always say I've been cheating on boxing with MMA because she got to know I got options. The thing with the UFC, right, is there's 1 belt per weight class, so there's not 4 different champions. So you can't go over here in this ranking system to avoid this fighter. You get what I'm saying? And it's just. The chances of ducking are slim to none because like I said, there's only 1 belt. Tank Davis, Devin, T.O., all them guys would have already fought if they were in the UFC. They would have already fought each other, whether it was in the Ultimate Fighter house or once those guys get in the top 5, somebody's gonna have to knock somebody off to continue their career. You understand what I'm saying? And especially if they were in Bellator. Well, Bellator actually, and I love this about Bellator, I say that all the time, they have a tournament. Bellator has a tournament every year or every other year where they take the top 7 fighters and the champion and put them in a tournament. The champion has to fight in the tournament. So you every round. He doesn't get a first round bye. He don't get to pick what city he fights in. None of that crap. Like Sergio Pettis just had to fight in a tournament. That's how he won his belt. He had to fight in a tournament. And every fight in that tournament is a title defense for the champion. So it's win in advance. You can't say somebody's ducking you if you lost in the tournament. But that's just it's sustainable in MMA and UFC and Bellator. Well, it's sustainable in MMA because there's only 1 belt, and the money. Unfortunately, the money at the top ain't the same. But the mid-level guys in the UFC and the mid-level guys in boxing make the same money. It's only a couple guys, and this is why I hate that argument because there's only a couple guys making. The 10, the 20, the 30, $40 million outside of, not even that. It's outside of heavyweights. Guys really ain't making that kind of money unless you fight who? Cinnamon.
And the bottom of UFC makes more money than the bottom of boxing.
Oh, say that again, Max.
I said the bottom rung of UFC makes more money than the bottom rung of boxers.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Breaking up.
No, he's joking. You're not breaking up, bro. He's telling you that's facts. It's facts what you saying, bro. Absolutely. And also,
one more time. Let me turn my phone up. The where makes what? The where makes what now?
I said the bottom of the UFC makes more money than the bottom of boxing.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you said. Because
and they fight more often. That's the other thing.
They have a minimum.
Absolutely.
They have a minimum.
Right.
They have show money and they have win money. And then they get, depending on how the fight goes, they get a performance bonus. They get an extra $75K for a performance bonus. Think about this, right? Kamaru Usman, or not even Kamaru Usman, Valentina Shevchenko was making the same money Caleb Plant was making before he fought Canelo. Think about that for a second. They were making the same $600,000, $700,000, $750,000 that Caleb Plant was making before he cashed out and fought Canelo. What's his name? What's my guy name? Sean O'Malley makes more money than Sebastian Fundora. And wouldn't you say that these guys are, in the same spots in their careers?
Yeah, more or less.
So when Dana broke down that everybody like, you got idiots like Jake Paul saying, "Oh, pay your fighters," and Dana's told guys, "Look, I run a business. I have over 600 fighters. Y'all want to pay all these guys $7 and $10 million a fight? Start your own promotion, and we'll see how long you last doing that."
So I think the argument is like, because UFC's pay-per-view numbers just blow boxing out the water on average. Like it's not even close.
It's not even close.
So I think the comparison is like compared to the number of sales that they're making, them paying the fighters. But people also forget is most UFC cards that are pay-per-view are fucking stacked. Like the 5 fights on there are usually fucking top. All like at least one person each fight is someone you know by name. That don't happen on boxing cards. You get one main event, lucky if you get a fucking co-main, and then the first 4 fights are just who fucking knows.
Dog shit. And most UFC pay-per-views, you're getting 2, sometimes 3 title fights.
Yeah.
All for $65. Well, now it's $75. But all for $65.
I will say the only person I've seen as far as boxing goes that even looked out for his undercards was Mayweather. Mayweather had Canelo on his undercards. Mayweather had all these other fighters that are household names now.
Tank?
Yeah. Tank. He's had multiple future household names on his undercards to build, but I mean UFC does need to pay their superstars more though. I fully agree with that.
Absolutely. But we're not talking about the superstars because they're gonna get their money. You see, Francis, I think Francis should be paid more. I think Izzy should be paid more. Their whole model is set up. What do you make off of pay-per-view? How many pay-per-views do you sell? It's not who likes you. It's not who has a country behind them, who quote unquote has a country behind them. How many pay-per-views did you sell? When Ronda was at her apex, she was selling 3 million pay-per-views, 2 million pay-per-views. Conor was selling 1 million and 2 pay-per-views. Rampage, Chuck Liddell, those guys were selling millions and millions of dollars in pay-per-views. Millions and millions of pay-per-views. That's always been their model. So it really doesn't discriminate, even though Dana has his favorites. But
yeah, Dana's favorites get, Dana has a couple Canelos on his roster.
Yeah, well,
he got a couple of
he'll match him up well. He'll match him up well, like he did with Conor. He matched Conor up well at the beginning of his career. He kept him away from Frankie Edgar when Frankie Edgar was out here fucking murking. Like, oh no, Dennis Seaver. We're gonna throw you in here with Dennis Seaver. Forget Frankie Edgar. We're gonna throw you in here with Dennis Seaver. So, but yeah, man. Next fight on that card, we got Kevin Holland and Cowboy Oliveira. Man, God, man, that's probably gonna be fight of the night. That's gonna be my guess for fight of the night, man. If above all these other cards. Kevin Holland, of course, we all know, man, the very loud and flamboyant. Kevin Holland, the Kung Fu master himself, Kevin Holland.
Hey, he needs to fucking win, though.
I mean, I think he won his last fight.
I thought he was on like a 3-fight losing streak.
No. He remember that fight ended kind of funky. He didn't win. It ended kind of funky where they clashed heads and they knocked himself out.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. He took on Derek Brunson and lost to him, and I think he stepped in. Was the Marvin Vettori fight? Yeah, I think the Marvin Vettori fight was like short notice. He stepped in on short notice to fight Marvin Vettori. So, they just kind of out grappled him. It wasn't nothing too bad. He didn't get beat up. It wasn't like he was laying in a pool of his own blood.
Yeah, but he ain't got no grappling skills though. Like fuck.
In shape Street Fighter, you know what to do. Don't play with me. Chop the leg. But yeah, it was kind of a funky win. It was kind of like a funky no contest.
It was no contest, clash of heads.
Yeah. Where they clashed heads and he knocked himself out and he popped up like fucking 10 seconds later and said, "No, I'm good. Like, no, you were out, sir. Let me see.
Yo, I had a question though. Is Mike Perry no longer under UFC contract? Is that why he did bare knuckle? Did he get released?
No, he's no longer under UFC contract. None of the guys that are fighting in bare knuckle now have UFC contracts. Like Chad Mendez, his last fight, I think he not only lost, but that was the last fight on his contract, and then he retired. He retired from MMA.
Did you watch his bare knuckle fight? Looked pretty good, huh?
They're okay.
I mean, it was against nobody, but I mean, for his first bare knuckle fight, not too bad. He looked explosive.
Yeah.
But he didn't get hit with nothing back, though, so.
Well, yeah, man, I'm still, that Jacare win for Kevin Holland was still impressive, even though Jacare was pretty much done at that point. But that was still an impressive win, man. He got him on his resume before Jacare got out the door.
Hey, did you hear that? I think it was Ken Shamrock is trying to start his own league of bare knuckle MMA. Say what now? Yeah, I think it was Ken Shamrock was trying to start a bare knuckle MMA league.
Oh man, somebody! I hope he has some smart people. I hope he has some smart people over there with him. Because old Shamrock ain't the brightest bulb in the box, but it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Right side, you still there?
I'm here, bro. I'm listening. I'm cooking. Hey, okay. I can't cook like y'all can on MMA. You know what I'm saying? I got questions, but I don't know the fighters like y'all know them. So I'm listening. I'm here, but hey, it's all to the good.
I got you. But yeah, Cowboy Oliveira, man, he's a very exciting fighter. Really good jiu-jitsu, really good striking. He does. He's on
the back end though.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's on the back end, but he's on a bit of a losing streak. I mean, he lost to I remember his last fight. He lost to Nico Price, and he lost to Rude Boy Randy Brown. He got subbed last summer. I want to say it was last summer or last spring. He had that fight with Randy Brown, and he lost by submission. And then he lost another fight before that because it's been a while before. It's been a while since he won a fight. I think during the bubble was the last time he won a fight. So yeah, it's been a while. Even though that last fight with Nico Price was a good fight, he lost that. But I think he's on a bit of a losing streak, man. So he's still an exciting fighter. This fight can still go either way, but this is also Kevin Holland dropping back down to 170, man. I'm real interested to see how Kevin Holland looks at 170 at 6'3". He's very tall, very long for that division. So, there could be some good matchups for him down there. So who you got in these fights, man? Tell me who you got. Uh-oh. I
was on mute. My bad. Shit, I got What's up? So first fight is Hardy. I got Hardy. I got Hardy. I got Holland. I had Islam, but he didn't accept it. So and
and Rafael dos Anjos spoke about that too. He said, they offered you got to fight. He accepted it, then came back and turned it down. I don't want to hear his name again.
But if I'm Islam, like, why do I take that 1 week short notice fight when I'm already next for the title?
No, he's not.
After the Gaethje Oliveira?
Nope, he's got to fight Darius now.
Oh, they're gonna make that happen again?
Yeah, Dana said that I think he pissed Dana White off. He got on Dana White's bad side. So he was like, we offered him to fight, he accepted, and then he came back and turned it down. So, now we're gonna make the Darius fight again. And Darius ain't gonna be ready until the end of this summer with his leg injury. Well, he'll be ready to go at the end of this summer. So, we're talking about July, August before Darius fights. So it'll be around that time before Makhachev fights again. If he had this is what I'm saying. He took the Bobby Green fight on a week's notice or 2 weeks notice or whatever, but you wouldn't take the Rafael dos Anjos fight. You're still in fight shape. You don't have to make 155. What's the issue? You just fought a week ago, didn't take any damage, finished Bobby Green within the first 2 minutes of the fight. You're still in fight shape. You don't have to make 155. What's the issue? They even said 170. Why not take that fight?
I don't know. I think the way that went down, it kind of seemed like maybe his management tried to talk him out of it. Because I don't see, like, with his
ain't no tried. Hell, they did.
Well, obviously they did, but I just don't see, like with his pedigree, the way like him and Khabib were said, I don't think they run from fights. You feel me? So I think his manager was probably like, nah, too sure. Maybe I don't know. I don't fucking know. Because RDA is on the back end of his career, so that's an easy win over a fucking opponent with a name, and it's a co-main event on a pay-per-view a week later. You'll be a legend. Why wouldn't you?
Right. That's what makes it so interesting. Why didn't Makhachev take that fight? Because they came to him first. They came to him first. Look, dude, like I just said, you just fought a week ago. You didn't take any damage. It was a fairly easy win for you. You're still in fight shape. You don't have to make weight. I can understand if they were asking you to make 155, but you don't have to make weight. You can pretty much fight in a completely different weight class. We just need you to take this fight because we've been trying to set this fight up for a while. And for some reason, one way or another, he chose not to take that fight.
Wait.
Go ahead.
No, was Dos Anjos' original fight at 155 or 170?
It was at 155. He was supposed to have been fighting Rafael Fiziev. Remember, because they were going to have the battle of the real Rafaels. Rafael Fiziev, who was also a top 10 contender in the 155-pound division. He was coming off of a win over, I can't remember at this time, but he was coming off of a win, and they were talking about making that fight. Well, they had made that fight, but Rafael Fiziev was having having trouble with his visa getting into the country, which Rafael dos Anjos was annoyed with that. It was like, you should start working on your visa, as soon as you get the fight date. He's like, that's what I've always done. As soon as I got my fight date, I started working on my visa. Like, so it won't be any issues 2 weeks out from the fight. Here it is. You still don't have your visa and your passport to come to the U.S. to fight. So, but this has been an issue before with different fighters. Even Dan Hooker went through this where New Zealand didn't even want to let him. They didn't either want to let him out or let him back into the country. So that's what pissed Israel Adesanya off. But Rafael Fiziev had his original opponent had visa issues. And then after the visa issues were solved, he got the virus. So he had to officially pull out of the fight after that. So, but yeah, this fight was scheduled at 155. Rafael dos Anjos had made the decision to go back down to 55. But go ahead, right side. What were you about to say?
I was going to ask, first things first, how you going to fight and you don't have to make weight? How don't you have to make weight to fight?
It was already on weight. Oh no, because they said that since he was coming in last minute replacement that he didn't have to make 155. They could have did it at 170, so he could be like 156 or and higher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
They do anytime you have a late replacement in MMA, they give you the option. Hey, look, I know this is 2 weeks, 3 weeks out from the fight. I know you're probably, if you got to cut, say if he's a lightweight, he's got to cut down to 55. Look, I know you're probably 175, 180 pounds right now, but we need you to take this fight. Is there any way you can make 155? And he'll tell him, he or she will tell him, hey, look, I don't think I can cut that much weight in the amount of time that y'all have given me. Can we do a catch weight? So they'll check with both guys. Hey, are you guys cool with fighting at 165? Are you guys cool with fighting at welterweight? Both guys cool with it. They'll sign the contracts, get the fight made. But since Islam Makhachev he didn't even have to make weight for his last fight because it was a late replacement. They fought at 160, remember? Remember that, Max? Uh-oh.
You talking about for Bobby Green?
Yeah, they fought at 160 for Bobby Green. He didn't have to make weight for his last fight because it was a late replacement. So I'm just really like most fans, because a lot of fans, as soon as Fiziev was out of that fight, everybody started calling for Makhachev. Dre Finance was going on. Britt Jones was going on. So once he pulled out of that fight, man, everybody was really looking forward to that, but it never happened. So, moving on.
Hey, so does MMA, are they having the same issue as far as
who else is in this?
Ukrainian fighters?
A couple. They have a couple, not as many as boxing. Matter of fact, they have one on this card, Marina Moroz. She's fighting on this card. This is her first fight in almost 2 years. Well, this is her first fight.
Man, speaking of fighters in Ukraine, y'all see that? Was it Vitaly talking about they killed 6 people? Just point blank in the interview, like hella regular. Like, yeah, we killed 6 people last night. Like, damn, the Klitschko's is ready.
Hey, I think I don't know which one. One of them, they were the mayor or governor or some shit of Kiev, the capital, wasn't he?
Yeah, Vitaly was the mayor of Kiev.
They said they got he on the list of niggas that they wanted that Russia trying to go get. I was like, God,
yeah,
damn,
because he's crazy. A politician. He's a political figure. He represents stability in that region. So they trying to destabilize that region so they'll have to depend on Russia again. So,
bro, that shit
which
crazy.
is my outlook on it. But he's a politician. It makes sense. We're gonna go after all the political figures.
I'm just saying, bro. Damn, how you end up? You on a list, bro? Damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Russia. Damn. I don't know, man. All that shit is crazy anyway. So.
Hey, I stay out of business. It ain't my business, man. I'll just let them have shit.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hey, I got an opinion on it. I don't know the true story. I don't know, you know what I mean? Because all I know is living in the U.S., I ain't going to get the true story on why Russia's doing what they doing. We going to have slanted news because we don't like it. So.
Bro, the only thing that bothered me is that damn in Georgia right now, gas prices about to hit $4. That's the only thing that's fucking with me.
I wish it was $4 over here. We already have $5.
God damn, where you at, bro?
California.
Oh well, yeah, y'all got hot shit anyways out there.
I don't even leave my house no more unless I have to.
Yeah, see, we already at 350 here. I was like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, we hit 360 today, so I was like, man, fuck this, bro. I'm chilling for a minute.
There's some areas that are 6 out here already.
Hit the Picasso. My boy.
I came in here like the Marlboro man. What's up? What's happening?
Hey, look, Picasso, you driving anyways. You on the road, ain't you?
Yeah.
So you know what the gas prices looking like.
Gas prices?
Oh yeah, that diesel. That diesel. I know it's killing him.
You know it got to be
like
touching your
$600
pocket.
up in the fill up one of these things.
You said who?
I mean that was back in the past. I don't know about now. All that's free for me because I work for a company.
All right, Dre's finest. Take care. What'd you say, Picasso? How much did you say?
I said I filled up one of these trucks before with 600.
Jesus.
$600?
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's like a what is it, 150 gallon tank.
God damn. All right.
So 150 gallons, and I was running real low too. So 150 gallons for 600. You can get up to 7, I think. So many places. I'm gonna
But
get a
hey,
better.
Picasso, yeah, I'm glad you're on the panel, Picasso. Can you explain the
Evan,
Twister to the people out there?
uh, I'm gonna do y'all better because I'm gonna put this thing on.
Oh,
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound
Oh,
better.
okay,
You
yeah,
good.
loud
You
and clear,
good.
loud and clear.
okay. This thing says the battery level low. Ah, okay. Uh, what was the question again?
I said because I'll have trouble explaining it. Can you explain the Twister for the people out there?
Like a tornado twister?
No, the submission, the Twister. Can you explain it? Because Bryce Mitchell
Oh,
has, I think he has what, 2 or 3 submissions by Twister.
tell me what the position is because I think it's under another name. Because I know the crucifix. Is it like you behind the person and you let them reach back and try to put you in the headlock, but what they doing is setting their own self up when they reach back. You behind them, and actually you start out in a half guard, and
Mm-hmm.
you kind of dip over to their side like you getting away from them, and next thing you know, you behind them with their leg tangled, and they reach back on their own trying to grab you, and then once they grab you around your neck, hell, they just broke their own goddamn back. So you got to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah. You first you like you said you start from the half guard, then you work your way to half guard. After that, you take their body's already twisted because they're in the guard. So you take their arm and put it behind your neck, and then you
Hold
just
on,
kind of
right.
pull.
But
Yeah,
before
you
you
kind
get
of
there,
pull.
before
Huh?
you get that, before you get that, while you're in the half guard, they're gonna be on your side, cause you gonna I guess you can push them over to the side, and then once they go down like that, they still feel like they got the side control because they're on your side and you're on your back. So what you do is when you kind of start sitting up, you got y'all legs are tangled, so you want to dip over there on the other side of them, like you almost trying to get away from them. And once you do that, y'all body is gonna, your legs are gonna flip over, and you then rolled over your shoulder, and then next thing you know, you behind him. And when you land where you going, you're gonna be behind him, like y'all spooning or something.
Pretty much.
And then he gonna reach back like I can, like how I get right here. And he gonna reach back like he trying to grab you in the chokehold, and then that's where it all go down there. But it once from the half guard to the guy that's on uh, the guy that's on the bottom, I think. Yeah, the guy that's on the bottom is gonna raise up on him, but he ain't gonna go up towards his head. He's gonna go towards his feet, and he gonna turn his body towards it, like a torque his body towards his feet, and that's when they gonna flip over and he gonna end up in the back.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
so when it
Taylor Bell said
happens,
it.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Right side.
I was gonna say so when it happens, it start off with and this is I googled it. I just looked it up. So this is the
Okay.
first time I've ever seen this shit. But so it start off with a semi leg lock. It looked like
Half guard.
or right from the half guard. and what's interesting is both of y'all are both on y'all backs. Is what it's looking like in this situation.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then you move from, or you I don't know, bro. Nigga who
He
got your
dip
leg,
over.
he
Yeah.
yeah, he excuse me. Like you said, he dip over into a headlock, but then he twisting your shit
Not
like,
not Now
go
before the
ahead.
headlock, what he does is when he dips over, he's just going he's torquing his body towards that other person. I mean towards the feet, like they legs are tangled. So he just kind of ball up down there, and then once he flips over all the way, he gonna end up behind the other guy.
Bro, that shit like it hurt, bro. That shit like it hurt.
Yeah.
All I'm looking at is how the nigga he got his leg going one way, pulling his neck back the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's really them twisting you into a pretzel.
right.
And Bryce Mitchell said he was like, "Y'all call that a submission? I just call it wrestling."
wrestling.
Right. Not really like a guillotine choke, C. Jones. It's the guillotine is more of a choke. The twister is just more of a painful submission. You're really just twisting his head one way and twisting his body the other way.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
ain't
almost
even.
like you're trying to split him in half.
It's definitely one you got to look up on YouTube because it's a very impressive looking submission.
Yeah, Max. That's what I was just telling him. I just looked that shit up. I'm like, that shit like it hurt. I don't know what's going. That shit just looked like it hurt, bro. Like the way he got buddy, and then I don't know, man. It's hard to explain as far as what's going on, but shit, I'm gonna drop the damn whatchamacallit, just the video in the link. I mean in the chat, just so y'all can check this
Yeah,
shit
do
out.
that.
Yeah, drop the link off in the chat so people can check that out. But it's very, very, very high level stuff. It's not something you do by accident. Bryce Mitchell is downplaying his skills, but that takes a lot of not only patience, but a lot of strength to pull that off.
Nah, and y'all check that out. Make sure that's the right move that I just dropped in there. I think that's right, but I'm just look. I done looked at a few different seconds of it, and you know, and that shit look. I don't know. It's different. That shit is different. It ain't no shit you used to. You got shit moving in all type of directions, and yeah, I've been tapped out quick on that shit. I'm 6'5" too. Hell yeah, immediately. I ain't about that life.
But there were other guys, man. Going back to Rafael dos Anjos, there were other guys who were more than willing to take that fight on. You had my guy. What's his name? He just fought last week as well. T-Rex, man. I'm trying to remember his name. Damn it, what's his name? Oh man, I hate that his name escapes me right now.
Yeah, I don't really remember anyone on the last card except for Bobby Green and Islam.
Hold on. I'll be able to look it up here just a second. Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney was willing to step in on short notice and take this fight as well. And he's on a hot streak right now. And he just had to press it first round stoppage last week by submission. So he was willing to step in on short notice. Yeah, he's won his last 5 fights, man. He won all stoppages. He's got 4 KOs and a submission in his last 4 fights in his last 5 fights. What's going on, Santo? So yeah, Terrence McKinney was more than willing to take on this fight in short notice, but unfortunately, he didn't get the call.
Man, I would have took that fucking fight, but I ain't gonna be down to 155. I would have took that shit. Give me 20K. I'll do it. Let's do it. Call me Dana. Call me Dana.
So you'll take 20K to go in there and get beat up real quick?
Fuck it. Fuck it. 155? I think I still have a wrestling chance.
Man, I ain't been 155 since shit.
He was like 6.
Bro, I was 220 in the 8th grade, bro. So
God,
God damn.
yeah, yeah, man. So
I was like probably like 5'8", like fucking 130 in the fucking 8th grade, and then it stopped.
DJ.
what's
Sorry
up,
about that mix.
Picasso?
Sorry about that mix. DJ, check this out. This sound weird, but it puts more um, uh, validity on the jujitsu sport, right? Because it's trying to be an Olympic sport, but it's trying to be a sport and then Olympic sport. But check this out. I was 150 when I graduated high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, went, got up to 185, started lifting weights and everything, going into the military and all this other good stuff. Da, da, da. Mind you, I was in the military at 15, but I didn't live. I started working and really doing shit till graduation. Um, but years down the road, I messed around and got into the jujitsu and stuff. And I went in there at about 185, compete, just training. I was supposed to been, they wanted me to quit my job and go fight full time professional, but you need money. We didn't have it. But to make a long story short, I went from 185. My coaches say you'll be killing them in the tournaments if you lose 20 pounds. And I said, how am I do that? And they go, because I knew it was hard because I was in the boxing gym before and it was hard to get down then. So I was like, how am I do that? And they's like, 10 pounds is water. Uh, you're gonna lose 10 pounds of water fluid or whatever, and then you're gonna lose 10 pounds of bile that's sitting in your gut. And I was like, okay. So I went running, sauna, trying to eat right, and training more. Just training, 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 and messed around and got down to 165. And then I started, and then when I got there, I was like, oh, okay, now I know what I need to do. So I knew how, like, beef, uh, chicken and fish, and then a salad with nothing but just green lettuce. I broke it all down, right, and I had it on paper how I need to eat and what comes off of me faster and all that good stuff. I knew when I got stressed, I could it would lock my body up. I couldn't use the bathroom, no nothing. My weight would stay the same, stagnant. So um, I that 150 that I got out of high school with, guess what? I got back down to 156 pounds at a competition, and all I had to do was get to 162. And my coach was on my back, about getting on the scale. I mean, he knew it was important, but I was just trying to chill out and relax because I knew that if somebody keep bothering with me, I know I got to go against these people, and I don't feel like I have been bothered. But he kept bothering me, so I just got away from everybody and went walking somewhere and came back and got on the scale. I used the bathroom and everything. Got on that scale, man. I was like 156 pounds.
Mm.
And but this the kicker, the validity on the sport. I I was in the I do my division, which was lightweight, and then I did heavy open weight, so it's gonna be light to heavy. And when I actually beat I was actually beating heavyweights that was like two something up to three something, right? Actually like 350 to 300 and 250. I beat them like in Houston tournaments and California tournaments. And when I ended up slamming this guy. I don't know if y'all know what a high crouch is.
Yeah, that's all wrestling move.
Wrestling move. Yeah,
Hmm.
all my jujitsu is wrestling based. I learned from a lot of good jujitsu people. I mean, wrestling people, and they were jujitsu also. So, and they was wrestling and jujitsu is kind of synonymous together with the submission. So, um, yeah, that was the funny part about it. I was beating people that was um, way twice my size. Just use those techniques that they teach you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, jiu-jitsu, it's all about technique and leverage, man. It ain't necessarily got to do with it doesn't have everything to do with strength, but it's
Hmm.
more so about technique.
Yep. Because when I if I'm I'm already strong when I go in there. When I lost all the weight, I was able. It's not about me controlling you. You know, I can try to control you and everything by changing angles and all that position, and but the main thing is for me to control my body. That's where yoga come in at. I was able to like you can grab me all you want. I can still move around and do what I want to do, even while you grabbing me. But I can also use all kind of leverage moves just to show you that that strength is not gonna help you, and you're gonna be like, I gotta change up, and that's when after a while you're gonna get tired because you toting around a lot of weight, and that's where I used to tell everybody on here if I was in one of those boxing matches or something like that, about taking somebody into deep water. That's what I mean when I I pull and jerk on you, standing up uh, for about 2 minutes
Pause.
straight until I'm talking about like your arms and your on your collar or your grab your neck or something like that and just kind of pull or push you or jerk you and turn you to the yeah, I hear you. Um, and turn you to the side here, turn you to that side or whatever, and I'm gonna change levels, and then I can either shoot in on you with the single leg, double leg, leg trips, or even just do some uh, um, ankle picks or something. I'm real. I learned the ankle picks as from a wrestler, real good. So I get a lot of people with that, the ankle picks. And
Yeah,
that
ankle
leg
picks, that's
trip,
wrestling.
if I leg trip you without you even, if you don't even know it's coming, you're gonna get slammed. You're gonna get slammed.
Hey, Picasso 93 Octane has a question for you. Check it out. I put it on the screen.
Okay, that's it. I got some people. I'm going. If y'all see what I'm going through right now, I could hold on. Can you read it for me?
He says, ask Picasso. Ask him if he knows how to hit a Baramolo. Baramolo. I've never even heard of that move.
Nah, you gotta some of the names changed up on some of those things. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
mean I've been in long enough to know down there everything
You
that's
know the
that can be
technique
done.
is just people call them different things. What's going on, 817?
Yeah, and they invent new stuff. There's some people that you get in there and train, and they invent new stuff and they add it to the jujitsu culture.
Gotcha.
We got a move called the Oak Cliff, something, and that shit
Called
is
the what now?
like it's some kind of Oak Cliff something. My coach had named it. He did it. We were doing it in the gym, and he named it. But that shit will crush your neck or your whatever your jaw. He put he'll put a knee on your jaw or neck or something, and it's almost like he slips it up there out of nowhere, and you never see it coming. And then it's almost like knee on belly, but at
Mm-hmm.
this point it's a knee on your neck and or face or jaw, and he's already pulling. On knee on belly, you pulling like from the pants leg, and then you pulling somewhere from the person under their elbow, and when you pulling it up, you pushing your knee down into the sternum or into their gut. You trying to break something.
Hey, I didn't get y'all opinion on this, man. So now that these sanctions on Russia have made it to boxing, what do y'all think about Santos and Right Side and Picasso? What do y'all think about the WBA and the rest of the sanctioning bodies pulling almost all Russian fighters out of their rankings. What do y'all think about that?
You know, mine's simple. I think it's okay because they're at a time of war. It's no time to play games. So uh, bring all your people in to support everything you're trying to do. And you know, like if the country, those athletes can get killed out here being open uh, to other countries. I mean, I know they got NATO and all the other whoever to protect people abroad, but they still can be touched. So bring them on in and do what you're trying to do. That's it.
Hey, man, I disagree with it. I disagree 100% with it. I think that excuse me, I don't want to see no fighter. I, let me put it this way: it's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? And in the world of politics, in the different countries, all that kind of shit, you got countries who done did other shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not war, or whatever, but at the same time, once you start to pull these type of moves, then essentially what you're saying is regardless of what your beliefs are, because the same way the U.S. can go fuck some shit up that I disagree with. You know what I'm saying? But I live here. This is where I'm from. This is where I live. And whether I agree or disagree with it, you telling me that I can't go make a living. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember these fighters, they get paid to fight. You feel me? So Better BF and Bivol, you know, I don't think that they should be able to be out here flaunting shit. You know what I'm saying? So the same way they kind of did with the Olympics. At the Olympics, they didn't allow Russia to come, and it didn't even have nothing to do with the war going on. It was on some other shit, but they didn't allow you to fly your flag during the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? They didn't allow you to have the national anthem playing, those type of things. And I think they actually they didn't even say you were representing Russia. I think they came up. I don't remember what the shit was. Russian Olympic athletes or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I think that I just don't agree that they are able to that they pulling these individuals' cards as far as not letting them fight, because once again, we all don't agree with what the U.S. does, and just because even if we disagree though, because of what they're doing, then it make us, you know, it make it, you taking money out my pocket because of some shit I have no control over, and so I don't agree with it. I understand it, but I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Now, to be clear, they can still fight. They just can't fight for any titles. They can't fight for any championships. That's why at the press conference today, you didn't see Bivol posing with his belt. If y'all noticed that.
Exactly. But I'm okay.
So
And
they're not necessarily stopping them from making a living. It's just that the sanctioning bodies, as a collective, have decided we're not going to have any Russian athletes represent our sanctioning body, which puts that Baturbiev and Joe Smith Jr. unification fight. It puts that in jeopardy. So
go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No. And my thing is, I at the end of the day, all I'm saying is I don't you can't allow them to get up there and rep their flags to 817. They like I don't disagree with what 817 saying here. You can't get up there and allow them to rep their flags. You can't get up there and allow them to play the national anthem, those type of things. But at the same time, let these brothers fight, because we don't know what they beliefs are. We don't know how they feel about it. You know what I mean? And
you don't know if they agree or disagree with what their government is doing, is what you're saying.
Right. And there are multiple times where any government, you know what I'm saying? You can't. The people normally don't have too much say so in what the government is doing, and so I'm just saying, don't allow them to flaunt shit, but at the same time, don't stop them from being able to fight for their family, or being able to fight for the betterment of themselves, to represent belts, those type of things. As long as they not carrying flags and singing national anthems and going out there saying, "Hey, nah, Russia doing the right thing." As long as they ain't being disrespectful like that, because I don't know what they believe, let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Let them be independent of Russia. Let them be independent of it.
Mm-hmm. Sento?
Yeah, I don't have any disagreements with the rest of the world for turning their back on Russia as far as recognition for certain things. Now, I do hate it for the fighters. The individual um, people of Russia really doesn't have a whole lot, in my opinion. If it runs a little bit sort of like how things run over here, I don't think it's their decision to go to war against Ukraine. I ain't gonna say the majority, but I know some of them don't approve of it. Some may approve of it, just depending on what their mindset is. I don't know much about what the problem is between Russia and Ukraine as a whole. So I'm not trying to find out, to be honest with you, because that's town business for that town. It ain't town business for over here. And I think we do good to stay out of the way. But at the same time, I don't have a problem with the sanctions and the loss of recognition for certain things. You know, why post up a country and make them look great or allow them to look great when they're doing some, you know, stuff that most people in the world are not agreeing with. So I have no problem with it. If they are allowed to earn a living without becoming champions, I have a problem with that. But at the same time, it's wartime over there, so it is what it is. Hey, 817, man, come on, why don't you come jump on the panel, man? I want to hear your intellect on that topic. I know you put some comments in there, but let's hear your voice, man. Jump off the drop you've been on to do in the past, and go back to your life. But come on, panel, for a minute, and give us some breakdown on that, because I know you got a very intellectual statement that you can make about this subject. Yeah, I'm pretty much everybody else on that, man. I mean, I don't have a problem with them not regularly. I thought it was kind of funny that they will allow Bivol to fight. I felt that was all favor for Canelo. But at the same time, you just made a statement that Bivol did not have it. One of y'all, Bivol didn't have his belt.
No, he didn't. Today at the press conference, he didn't even pose with his belt. If you go look at the pictures when him and Canelo did their face off, he didn't even have his belt with him. I know Canelo had all his belts there, but Bivol didn't even have his. He didn't even pose with his belt, man. So I think it's because the WBA is still in limbo. They don't even know what they're going to do. At first, they were following suit with the rest of the sanctioning bodies. Yeah, but you know, if you notice, and shout out to my guy L Dub, he pointed that out earlier this week. They've pulled all Russian and Belarusian fighters from their rankings. So what's going on, 817?
What's happening, bitch? What's happening, everybody?
All right, man. Give it to us, man. Give it to us, bro. Let us have it.
It's an advertising affiliation. Y'all have to understand the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO. You have to understand if you sanction those fights, right, and allow those Russian fighters to fight, yeah, it's not just about the anthem and those songs being played. It's marketing. You know what I'm saying? You have to present those guys just like he said. He didn't come out with the belt today at the press conference. You know what I'm saying? It's an image that they want to uphold and provide. And as dirty as we know the sanctioning bodies is, this is war. This is something different. Only people aligning themselves with Russia right now and Putin are the lunatics around this world. We talking about North Korea, China, who's been our adversary. You know what I'm saying? The Russians the few Russians that are behind Putin, and Donald Trump. Nobody else in the world is co-signing this shit, except for, you know, the people who want to run a communist type dictatorship type shit and really don't care for democracy. So again, it's not just that, it's money tied into it too, and what your allegiances are and what you want to be tied to. Because again, don't nobody want to go represent any of those oppressors. So, you know, if you allow that, then it's a representation of you doing so. And unfortunately, if those boxes that, are from those countries, are victims of their government and their choices. Life isn't fair. So you cannot like it. I understand that W_right side, but there's many more factors in it than being fair and what you want to portray to the world as an organization and advertising dollars.
Hey man, like they always say, man, fair is a place they judge pigs. I agree with it. It ain't necessarily fair. Um, and I don't disagree with what you said. I don't disagree. I just think that hey, at the end of the day, I would expect every man to be able to make their own decisions. In this situation, because they're not able to, I always side on the. I'm always for the side of choice. You know what I'm saying? Give that
Okay,
individual.
well, peep game. I'm glad you said that.
Go ahead.
Think about it like this: the Russian fighters have an opportunity to have a choice whether to fight or not. The Ukrainian fighters don't have a choice.
That's a
From
fact.
18 to 60, they can't leave the country, homie. So if you got some Ukrainian fighters there, so let's just say, so your boy was in Greece, right? Loma was in Greece when it popped off, right? He was in Greece. So he's safe. He ain't within the country or whatever. If he choose not to fight, he just ain't got to come back. He stay safe and run out. But think about all the fighters that you don't know that's in Ukraine that got caught in them borders. They ain't got a choice to fight and they continue their career. You know where they got to fight? They got to fight out there on the battlefield for their country. And they ain't got no choice. So to provide the Russian a choice and to celebrate him when he coming from the country of the oppressor and not give the Ukrainian boxer the same opportunity when he defending himself and his country from the oppressor, you have to look at it all the way around. Fuck Dmitry Bivol and what they got going on in regards to that. Because the other fighter, you always want an even playing field for your fighters. You feel what I'm saying? We want an even playing field when they go in the ring. That's why we watching gloves, want to make sure motherfuckers passing piss tests and not doing PDs. It's the same thing, bro. These Ukrainian cats that's caught up in this shit from their government, they ain't got no choice. So if they can't get the same even love and even shot, the Russians can't either. They just victims of their government on both sides.
See what I'm saying? That's an intellectual uh, conversation that we need to hear with a hood feel appeal. That's what it is right there. Hey, so I got you right. I got you now, bro.
My bad. I know my delivery sometimes, bro, don't be right, and I try to
Oh
work
no,
on it. You know what I'm saying? But
you good, bro. Look at. Let me tell you something. Anytime you can speak in a way that they can you can be understood from 8 to 80, no matter what the skin color may be, you good. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, I know a lot of times, at my church, man, we had at one time we had two ministers, right? My granddaughter, it was always being home on Sundays. Excuse me. When she's 12 now, about to turn 13, but 5 or 6 years ago, she started paying more attention to what was being preached. My eldest minister, he speak above understanding for the young folks. You know what I'm saying? With all the big words, he's very articulate. But then we had a younger minister who's a doctor and a school principal. But he was young. See what I'm saying? And he understood that he had to get his message across so the younger people will understand what he's saying. He come through with intellect, spiritually. He had a hood appeal, feel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looked. My granddad said, "Granddad, I can understand what he's saying." You know what I'm saying? And it got my attention. But even though I've been knowing stuff like that, but I really paid attention because I was always worried about her understanding what's being said because I knew my minister was speaking a little bit above. He's a little bit above my level, a lot of times. I'm a grown man, But now we need somebody like that,
and I just seen the
right side,
comment.
he speaks well too.
Facts, and I don't want to miss that comment. The comment where old boy was saying that the Ukrainian army is neo-Nazis. Let me ask, Deuce Times, you done served in the Ukrainian army? You done spent time in Ukraine? You been around any of the Ukrainian people? You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm saying? Like,
how can you
you
just
know, and where are you deriving the information from? You know
right?
what I'm saying? Can you solidify that as a fact? You know what I'm saying? Because it's plenty of shit that it's plenty of shit that people done said about black folks that ain't true, that they will have you believe. So you know what I'm saying? Like cite when you make statements like that or whatever, you got to be able to cite your source of information. You know what I mean? So somebody can validate that, because you just blanking in an entire people. Think about it in this way. uh many of us, we live in a multicultural country, right? We all in the land of immigrants, so to speak, right? And just like we had a brother on from the military last night. Now, with all the atrocities that, black men have experienced here in this country, he still, you know what I'm saying, signed up because he believed in the construct, or he believed in the idea of America, right? So, for a foreigner, or for anyone to paint the U.S. military in such a light, or the men and women of the U.S. military in such a light, will be incorrect, because it may be full of jackasses and assholes or a few racist people, but that's not the entire makeup of the military. It's brothers in there. It's Asians in there. It's people of Mexican descent in there. It's women in there. It's, you know what I'm saying. So you can't make blanket statements like that and speak for the entirety of everybody in that regard, unless you can cite something really factual that somebody can go back to and then really make an objective decision on. Okay, Joe Hart. Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's and see, that's what I'm saying. That's dangerous. That same type of shit is dangerous, because we are lazy individuals as human beings. You dig what I'm saying? We'll order DoorDash rather than get up and go cook, or go grab some food from a grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like, technology and things of that nature have rendered us a lazy people. We've gotten so lazy to now where we don't read. We got audio books, but people won't even go listen to audio books, and I'm one of them sometimes. So you know what I'm saying? Man, it is dangerous. These cell phones and the ability to communicate, and having these platforms or whatnot, you got to make sure you try to say the right things. I'm not right all the time, man, but I'm conscious of it, because I understand for every 5 people that may be conscious, maybe woke, maybe paying attention, maybe inquisitive, maybe intelligent, it's 10 or 15 that want to be but ain't, and they willing to latch on to anything. That's just like we talk about in boxing. If you don't know what you're looking at or what you're talking about, somebody gotta correct you, but it's out of love, because we don't want you going out and carrying out the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Make boxing better by knowing about it. It's the same in anything else.
We gotta remember also when we're speaking and public platform, there are, like 817 was just saying, there are a lot of people that will latch on to anything that's being said, and people, like you said, we got lazy, complacent. We don't want to do any research for ourselves and find out what the real is. As crazy as he sound and come off, some people, but we know from listening to this guy's interviews of late, I found out more about him. What's his name? Charleston White. Charles, what's the brother name out of Texas?
Oh man, yeah, Charleston White.
I,
Oh shit.
he come off real crazy and lopsided, when he's in his character role, but he's done some great things in his locality where he's from, and from what I understand. And I'm tell you, man, he was given an interview recently on 85 South, and something that he pointed out when he was being a little bit more serious. They were getting on to him about some crazy stuff he was saying, right? And DC Youngfly had said something. He said, "Well, how many laws have you read?" You know, that's a profound statements. I mean, that's some profound information that we all lack a lot of times in knowing what our rights truly are. And by not reading laws and things like that, I'm using that as an example we don't need to be just grabbing on to what other people are saying, because we have been the victims of narratives that have been painted, propaganda that's been put out there for years. We as a people should know better. We should know that we got to go and find out things and see what's legit and what's not legit for ourselves. Because we've been tricked, hoodwinked, robbed, raped, mangled, burnt, hung, everything for years. So we don't need to just latch on to what this guy says or what that guy says, because we don't know if he's giving us proper information. He may just be telling us something so he can get us on his side and believing what he's saying. And a lot of
And
times, that's their job.
right, think about it like this, right? Just common sense, right? And I'm with you, Jesse Hart. I mean, Joe Hart. But think about this, right? Just common sense, right? Ukraine government or whatnot is practicing democracy, correct? What Nazi regime can control a people and go and scoop up people and take them to a death chamber, anything like that in a democracy ran type society? It's always some kind of dictatorship, communist ass country. So the whole idea of Ukraine's army being neo-Nazis in a democratic system, it doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? But if you just don't take the time to slightly attempt to educate yourself, you'll latch on to things like that. And that's what happened during, you know, this past election cycle. And again, with the disenfranchisement of our people. I don't disagree with Kyle in that degree. I understand that plenty of our people are disenfranchised. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't think there's a check that America can write to each and every black person that can account for all the shit and the lives that was done and all the shit that was done during that time. We don't know who those people might have become or could have been. Their life was snuffed out, and it ain't a check that America can write that in cash that will be sufficient to every black person without turning this construct upside the fuck down, ruining the dollar and destroying the little shit that they got made up. I mean, and that's just my opinion, but I mean, common sense just kind of tells me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no value I can put on Santos' life and what he could create. And so I have to think, how many hundreds of thousands of Santoses was it out there? I can't put no value on them. Ain't no check that the government can write. That's just me, though.
And it'll change the whole face of what we view as what the majority of the wealthy looks like, if it ever was really done close to what correction would be, but that would never happen.
Right, but how would the wealth shift? You know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
what I said,
how would you shift the wealth, and how would you quantify and say what was enough for each and every black person? And then what would the qualifications be? Would
yeah,
it
but
just
you're
be
right
that
about
you
that. But
black?
this is what I'm saying is, if they try to even get close to righting the wrong, financially, you will have to go back all those different inventions that have been done, that have been stolen,
Facts,
all of that stuff.
inventions, patents, all of that.
You go back and write the families that were wrong for the financial situation that would have happened if things hadn't been stolen. Like the average person, I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna speak for me. In my mind, in this country, when I think of a group of people that are wealthy, first thing come to my mind is going to be more white faces than black mixed in. So that's what I'm saying. The faces would change if they try to get close to righting the wrong. But that ain't gonna ever happen, of course. And it don't make you can't, like you said, 817. They could never write a check big enough.
Yeah, how could we go about it, Centos? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Where would you start? And then, shit, people would have a problem with the qualifications if they was any. They say, what the fuck? What qualifications? I'm black. That's the qualification. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just one hurdle to start with. Even to try to comb through each company. What about stuff that was stolen here and taken abroad from black people here? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to truly quantify the damage that was done. That's why it's so horrific. Man, shout out to
Exactly.
Nick, shout out to Nick J. She dropped a video tonight. I don't know. Y'all need to subscribe if y'all ain't chilling with the ladies, man. But shout out to Nick J. She took a trip to Washington, D.C. and went to the African American Museum. And bruh, like just her talking about it, you know what I'm saying, made me want to push through the doors. Shout out to her, salute to her. You feel what I'm saying? And again, like I said, all our experiences are different. Are different. You know what I'm saying in this country. No matter what race, nationality, however you quantify that lineage, you derive from. You know what I'm saying?
817. What was
Mhm.
the name of that? What was the name? Was it the Smithsonian, African American
No,
Smithsonian?
no, no,
No.
no. It's in DC. You should be able to Google it and it should pop up itself. I don't think it's got Smithsonian attached to it. I don't know it. I don't think so. I didn't
Did
hear
they
her
just
say
build
it.
it? Did they just build it?
I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
not sure. If you
Okay.
go back
Because
and watch Nick J video, she describes it exactly, and you'll be able to Google it and find it. You know what I'm saying?
okay, I remember listening to Joe Madison on XM radio. He was with a bunch of he was talking to a bunch of African Americans over here that are celebrities and like even Oprah or whoever. Uh, all these celebrities, they got stuff that from their uh, generations back, and they turned it in. Even Michael Jordan, they got on him about it because he wasn't putting money towards the Smithsonian, African American Smithsonian. But they said don't get it mixed up because there's an African uh, museum and then there's an African American museum.
No,
But they,
It's the
yeah,
African American Museum. Now
yeah,
I know that the Mavericks have been there. I know a couple of college football teams have been there too, just watching games and seeing, like the before the game stuff, and when they in town they go. And I know that the Mavericks went and the Cowboys went actually when they played the Redskins at the end of this season or whatnot. And when they
hmm
moved the benches up there and all of that, I know that they went out there too during that time. So
that's what it is.
shout out to her, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if anybody taking a trip or gonna take a trip to DC or something, I suggest that you go. And like I say, everybody experience different. You know what I'm saying? Some
Mhm.
of us got interracial children, some of us got uh interracial marriages or whatnot. And I mean, a lot of that is in our lineage, of course, forced upon us. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different experience for everybody. And she was talking about how she was in there, how her and the people that she was with was feeling some type of way about, you know what I'm saying, what they were seeing, and then other cultures being in there too. And I thought that was interesting as well. You know what I'm saying? Because just as much as they want to see and know, you truly have to, find it within yourself to wonder, are they here for information? Are they here to celebrate? You know what I'm saying? I understand those are the things that were playing in our mind. But I say that to say this. You would hope that the goodness of humanity, you know what I'm saying, brought them through those doors to learn something.
817, check this out. Just what you was just saying about are they there to look down on you, um, in a way. Well, this the thing. In Louisiana, right there where they have the main the Cane River, if I'm not mistaken, it's Cane River. Kind of like a downtown for Natchitoches, Louisiana, right? Where Northwestern is. If you walk along there, they got them little stores along there, along the river, and in the stores, even back in the '70s, they had these little, them little black stick figures with big red lips and all this other shit on them. in the window. So that's for their entertainment. That's for them uh, to further look at us, symbolize us as some kind of, um, you know, whatever they call that, the shit that be trying to do blackface to, you know what I mean?
Right, and I
So,
believe in Picasso.
mhm.
I believe that there's and true to form. I believe that there's plenty out there that um, idolize those caricatures or depictions of us or whatnot. But let me ask you this wholeheartedly, Santos. I mean, not Santos, but Picasso. Let me ask you this wholeheartedly. Do you believe every person that's not your race or your lineage or not your nationality or whatnot, do you believe each and every one of them feels that way about you? And let me ask you this. Have you had any experiences with anyone outside of your race that have proven or that have challenged any of the things that you were taught, learned, or perceived?
Yep. No, and then yes. So that on that no for the first one, and then yes for the last one, and on the last one at my job, like the older white men, they would try to, if they got you by yourself, and then they see that it's like 50 other white people in there, and it's just you, and they'll start that talking to you as if uh, they the only ones that can go to college and you can't, right? So you won't know. So they go, hey, Africans were selling Africans. At that point, I was thinking, okay, I'm in the how you say a little tight spot, and I said, hmm. I told them a few things, and then I walked away, and I was going to go get a weapon because I just wanted to bash the dude head in, right? Because I was thinking to myself, but by the time I got back, he done ran behind the the dispatch office, telling the dispatcher that I'm coming after him, right? So, but he didn't know where I was going. I just said my few things and I walked away, and I was coming back. But the thing is that they do that, and I'm up on it already. I know when you outnumbered, they're gonna come at you with what they think you don't know. They didn't know that, my education, my level of education. I'm gonna tell you like this: college taught me how to um, get. You know how you need sometimes, like when you first go to school, you need help getting into like how you writing your notes and how you gonna learn this and that, the technique that you need to do to so you can learn it better. Well, uh, I ended up uh, out of college. I ended up studying more than I did in college. I was a college dropout, a technical school dropout, and it wasn't just because I wanted to be. I had issues, you know what I'm saying? I came from the hood just like anybody else. You walk out the door every day, you're gonna get approached by a group of dudes that's gonna how you say turn you upside down and shank your pockets for money or whatever, shake you every day. Yeah, and or you can fight, which gonna turn out wrong for you, but that's how it was every day for me in South Dallas or over there. I don't know if you know about Cedar Crest and all of that, and the Spanish terrorists Birds off of Birdsong Street that used to be there. They
Yeah.
knocked all them projects and shit down. I stayed in the General Rentals. That ain't no name. That's General Rentals. That's just, man. Last time I went over there, that shit, it looked like everybody was hanging all out the windows, and shit just looked dark over there where where it didn't have no light to it. You get robbed going in there, and somebody bumped my car on my way out the motherfucker, trying to get me to pull over, but they didn't know I had a weapon on me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I pulled over, I obliged, but you know what I'm saying? They and then they figured that out later. But this the thing, uh, you know, people are going to get you by yourself. you got to know, you got to be 10 steps ahead of them because they they will. And you got to teach your own self. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you to go to school and then a teacher to tell you to go study this, go study that. You need to be on your shit. Like I was about to tell you, DJ, that book that he was talking about getting, I got it right here. You know, I got it right here. It's a you see a black guy and a Indian looking guy with long ponytails on, with a hat on, right? It's a Hidden Heritage by William Lauren Katz. Yeah, but I got a lot of books and I read that shit. I read off into this book. I just forgot what it said. I got to reread it.
So
And
the
go
reason I
ahead.
asked you, the reason I asked you, Picasso, right? You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? Is because I truly believe all of our, I mean, the black experience here, I said it last night and I said it again. I don't think it's all the same experience. You know what I'm saying? Just like it can't be the same for a Filipino or Hispanic woman. You know what I'm saying? They experience is gonna be different. Even though the time may be the same, their experiences in this country gonna be different, right? And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
the same for all of us, depending on the situations, opportunities, and places that we, you know, we be in and situations we've been in. And I say that to say this. Growing up in Fort Worth during the time that I did and being a young man, you know, a young teenager in the 90s, it was rough in Fort Worth. Uh, the gang culture was really big, you know what I'm saying, after the crack epidemic, when colors and Boys in the Hood and stuff like that hit the town center mall in Fort Worth. I mean, we had
Mm-hmm.
shootouts galore. My granny stayed on one of the more famous streets in Fort Worth, on the east side and on the south side, on both sides of the family. So I
Alpha
was
Mesa or
always
something.
now on the south side. On the south side, back in the Gap, she had a house on Mulkey, which is, you know what I'm saying, on the top side of
Mm-hmm.
the south side. It's the top and the bottom over on the south side of Fort Worth. And then on
Mm-hmm.
the east side, my other grandmother, she had a house right in the circle on East Berry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a high strip through Fort Worth too, Berry, Miller, things of that nature. You know, most anybody out there around this area know what I'm talking about. But I
Mm-hmm.
say that to say this, you know, during that time, my family was moving a bit, and you know, when you move from one neighborhood to another, you put yourself in the mix of a lot of shit. And being a young man, I was having to ride the bus from the east side to go back to school on the south side. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody looked like me, right? It was us and the
Right.
Mexicans. Only thing white was the teachers and the motherfuckers in magnet, you know, and when nobody black going to magnet classes back then in Fort Worth. Okay. Not at
Mm-hmm.
these schools. They was going to, going to the schools closer to the white side of town, right? But anyway,
Right.
I say that to say this. Bro, I'm riding the city bus and I'm getting attacked by motherfuckers that look like me. I'm at war with motherfuckers with the same skin as me, going through the same shit as me every day. Every day. Just because I'm riding the bus from the other side of town. And I went to school with these cats before I moved over there. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and then turn around years later, just by virtue of different shit going on in my family, I move out to Kennedale, which is a small suburb of Fort Worth, in
Mm-hmm.
between Arlington and
Right.
Mansfield and all of that. I get forced to
Mm-hmm.
go to school there because,
That's
you
where
know,
the
it's kind of where
racetrack at, ain't it?
right, right. My auntie lived out there at the time. That's where I was living. So boom, I had to go to school out there. Predominantly white people, shit kickers, all of it. You name it, they out there. You know what I'm saying? And there's like shit, a small, maybe I would say maybe 10 to 15% of it was black students. And we was all coming in at one time because that area, South Arlington and Kennedale was exploding. Mansfield was exploding. Okay.
Right.
um the culture clash that I experienced was a major one. The first pep rally I went to, they pulled out a Confederate flag at it and sprayed pepper spray towards the section of all the black kids, right? A couple of individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I experienced this within 2 weeks, within 2 months of coming in. I experienced that, and I wrote a paper about Nat Turner being my hero and got suspended from school. So I was already in conflict. I was in conflict with the idea of being out here with these people. But check this out. Black History Month comes. I'm in the history class, and the teacher is just as ignorant and unaware as a lot of us think all of quote unquote them are. So he posed a question to me in regards to Black history and wanted me to explain like for Black people because he was uneducated and ignorant. This is the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 15-year-old student put on the spot in front of a bunch of kids that I don't really know. This my first year, but this my first year there. I'm within months there. So before I
Mm-hmm.
could open my mouth to speak, with sweat kind of going down the side of my head, feeling like I got to stand up for my people. The whitest, palest, nerdiest motherfucking kid who had never said nothing to me stood up and said, I don't think that's fair for you to ask him. He can't speak for his entire race of people. I think you putting him on the
Mm-hmm.
spot and putting him in a position that's just totally disrespectful. Bro, I'll never forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Never forget that. He was amongst his own. He was in a crowd
Mm-hmm.
of them. Just like you say, Picasso, when they get in the crowd, they get, you know what I'm saying? They get confident to come at you like that. He
Yep.
had enough gumption and confidence to stand up in front of him and to the teacher too.
He would be the one they tar and feather.
Right. But this is my first time seeing it, experiencing it for myself. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
After being raised in the culture and understanding that you always got to, look at them with a side eye and those things, you got to be better.
Mm-hmm.
You got to talk, in a certain way, you know what I mean? So everybody can receive you and things of that nature. Being raised in that, because our parents was raised under that oppressive ass shit too.
Yeah.
But it was eye-opening to me. That
Mm-hmm.
summer, I got in trouble with the local police for sticking my middle finger up at them shooting basketball and got made to wash cars.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I met a man who was cutting the grass, and actually his son and me went to school together.
Mm-hmm.
He seen me washing the cars and working with a work ethic and put me on with a job cutting grass. That entire summer, I spent the summer cutting grass, making money, hooping, getting in shape, and them people would take me to the house. And bro, you talking about nervous? You feel me? No
Yep.
association with white people ever. I'm pulling up eating lunch with these people.
Yeah.
I still know these people till today. They
Mm-hmm.
changed my life. They provided me opportunities, and actually, okay, it was never a question or a thought. Never, never, never
Right.
whatsoever. So I truly believe it's the experiences, it's the opportunities to knock down the walls, bruh. It's always gonna be some like that. You can point them out a mile away. You can tell them they cowards. That's why they do that when they get in numbers. But they don't
Yeah.
speak for everybody. Cause
That's why
every
they
brother,
hide.
because every brother, cause if that was the case, man, when you see the brother go out there and rob the 7-Eleven and shit like that, that brother don't speak for me. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
that same racist Peckerwood that look at that shit and think that he speak for me, him and that and the brother and whoever, they both in the wrong. The brother that's
That's
doing it,
that's
that's
because
that's
they
that's
look at
putting that
us.
picture out there, and them that's believing that that's us. And
That's
those
because
that want to
that's on
portray
purpose.
right, and those that want to portray that
Yeah.
image to anyone. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And them believing that one image is speaking for a people. So, man, I just say, man, keep living life. Keep trying to
Mm-hmm.
experience some things, you know what I'm saying? And let your heart and your mind be the judge.
Hmm. See, they do that on purpose because everything they do is what they call design. So denying you of all kind of resources and so on, deflecting when you come to the table with what your argument, even in those debates, if you go back when Alec Black Baldwin, not Alec Baldwin, but James Baldwin and Dick Gregory was right there, and they was in a debate with I forgot the white guy name, but they were always even trying to justify slavery as if not for slavery, we wouldn't be here. The hell, we been here. You know what I mean? So um, my thing is, you have to understand why the U.S. is so black and why so many people here, in order to understand what I'm talking about. Because ain't nowhere in the world you gonna fill this whole uh, country continent up with black folk off some bringing them here to the ship and breeding them left and right and mixing them up. There's a reason why you're mixing them up. You know what I'm saying? But what I wanted, I had another story when I was about, I say about 4 years old, maybe. Um, my dad and my mom was, Illinois and Beckley, right? Um, where William Chicken is. Yeah. Um, that place right there is where they had deli, and my mom was getting a job there. So my dad worked at an oil, making oil drill bits at an oil company. So we was doing pretty good as far as him, but he was taking his money and hoeing out in the streets with it, right? Okay, but the thing was, he took my mom over there. He went back there as my mom was looking to get that job in the deli. So me and my older brother was standing. We small, so we stood under the counter, right? So these two older white men were sitting at the stools and at the bar counter, whatever you want to call it, and they looked over at us because we didn't even see them sitting there, but they looked over at me and my older brother, and then they said, "What you niggers doing in here?" You know what I'm saying? So that was I would say that was the first that I can remember uh, 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 that type of shit going on. I was that little, about 4, whatever years old, where I can walk, and I didn't I wasn't no taller than the freaking counter or whatever, and these two old dudes, uh, um, so they might have been born back in the early 1900, early 19 like 1920 or 30 or something like that. So when they said that wasn't even the only time. When we walked, me and my older brother, my mom divorced my dad by this time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was 11. My older brother would have been a year older than me. So we walking through the street going, from the in Oak Cliff, going from like over there, Beckley Center and all that, over to Wynwood. So we walked. We didn't have a car, so we did a lot of walking, toting sacks to the laundry, about a mile, half a mile to the laundry or whatever, all that. So we went to Wynwood, which was about a mile from where we were. So here we are walking through that part of the neighborhood where it's got an Irish pub right there. Well, those people off in there were didn't up and leave, because when black people start moving to Oak Cliff from the South Dallas area, um, once one black person moved there, all the white people start moving up north and south and out in the they start getting their little trailer homes out, like going towards Highland Hills and stuff out there where there wasn't no houses being built at whatever. They just put their trailer homes up out there. So here we are walking through there, and then the old white guy, after we passed by his house, he comes out in the middle of the street talking about, "Don't you niggers come back down here! Get out of here, you niggers!" That's what I got when I was little, man. From around 4 years old to 11, and I went to school with some white kids also right there, but they was disappearing because they were up and then leaving and getting away because black people were moving in. you know. And now it's a point where Spanish people, more of them are coming across the border, and like where I stay at, where my mom's house is and everything, they built like apartment buildings in the back of their yard. I'm serious, apartment buildings, and by in the city code you can't do that. But what happened is a lot of Spanish folks, Latino folks, how you want to put it, got into the system, like working for the city and the tax office and all the records building and all this stuff, to where and inspection companies and stuff like that, to where when they build something like that, they got somebody on the inside that's not gonna go tell them to knock that back down because it's not city code. So they getting away with a lot of stuff. And if you got property there, they won't let you remodel it or whatever, because if you know how that the value is done over there, if you put more money into your house and make it more expensive, then the value goes up and the taxes go up and the insurance goes up. So it's a lot of gentrification, redlining, zoning, and it's a fourth one, redistricting. So I don't know if that was the fourth one, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff in place there. So it's layers and layers of stuff to keep you from getting where you need to be or want to be, and that's just what it is. And you can't come off your square, because soon as you start falling back, then the people under you or beside you start falling back. You have to keep on trying to have something, and just like the people came across the border and everything, they came over in survival mode, and still to this day they're in survival mode. Um, and once they have a president in there, they're gonna support, even if somebody threatened them assassination. Obama, he didn't he could have went in there and did all these things for uh, the the people that are being oppressed, which is us, and he could have did a whole lot for us, changed the whole thing, just tilted it all the way over, and he could have did all of that. But I'm pretty sure they threatened him. They had people, all the people, secret servicemen and all that stuff. They could easily just take him out just like that. If he say the one wrong thing in one meeting, one speech, whatever, take him out. Boom, he done, right? But the thing is that he was trying to work with them at the same time, make stuff work, put stuff in place so people can get off their ass. But if you go to these little cities, man, these little towns, I be going to the little towns and cities and stuff. There's a lot of people. They are so in their mind to where they don't want to get up and go get a job over there. You have to get up and move around and go get it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times they can't. So they just um they're at the mercy of the politicians where they live. So them layers is keeping them down, like myself, I'm trying. I'm not trying to lay. I'm not trying to lay down and let nothing cover me up and bury me. And I try to get my family to get up off their ass and do the same. But it ain't. You know how you try. Your family is damn near almost like your enemy, because they all nobody wants to go and buy the right kind of foods. Nobody wants to uh, 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 chastise these kids like they're supposed to and teach them the right way. They always trying to hit them with something. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of that bullshit going on with us, that all we got to do is straighten our own damn families. Start at home and straighten your family out. With I got like my sister and them. Sometimes they be goofy as shit and don't want to get out their ass and do not a goddamn thing. And I be telling them. You see what I'm saying? And then when we get into a conversation or something, here they go crying and all that. No, no, no. You chose that. You know what I'm saying? But I already know we you already gotta know you oppressed. We know the situation, right? Okay, well, what you gonna do? Lay down? You know what I'm saying? I'm done. Anybody?
You could have kept rolling. I just got back on, man. You could have kept rolling.
Okay.
But yeah, a couple of right um, right side he stepped off, and A17. I don't know if he stepped off on his own or if he got knocked off. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, what you're saying, man. That was a profound story that A17 told too about his adolescent
Oh
years of
yeah.
what he experienced from a racial standpoint, and what he also experienced as far as hate from his own tribal. You know, well, I won't say tribal because I will say that was a different tribe of people. You know, but it's from people
Mhm.
that look like him. You know,
Mhm.
uh, we all have. Well, I can't say we all have, but some of us had some similar experiences. Now, I've never been in a situation where I was in a classroom setting and like the Confederate flag came out, and then they pepper sprayed the crowd that looked like me, and I never experienced that in high school or anything like that. But we've had some blatant racial situations that I have experienced, and the craziest thing, sometimes when you're a kid, when 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 you are amongst people that really hate your skin color, uh, and it's a group of them. Sometimes it can be so cold, man. And it works both ways on that. It can be blacks against the whites. It can be the whites against the blacks, or black against Mexican, or Mexican against black, or whatever. It's really sad when you're a kid. You know sometimes hate is presented to kids from other groups of kids, other kids individually, and some adults also give it to kids, and the kid is made to the kid is being victimized is made to feel like he or she should be accepting unto these hatred conditions that they're being put under, been or what's being demonstrated to them at that moment, and that's not for any child to have. No child should have to go through that, basically. And the folks that's producing the hate try to act as if this is a normal. My bad. Sorry. Try to act like this is a normal day-to-day procedure that the victimized child should experience and go through, and not say anything, not feel a certain way about it negatively. It's bullcrap. But that's the country that we live in. We live in I feel like it's one of the racist countries in the world, but it may not be. But it's definitely up there and top five of racist. And the reason I say that we are the racist country in the world is because I haven't been I haven't been to enough countries to make that broad statement. But from my personal experience, being in this country for almost 55 years, race is like a mug. It's racist like a mug, man. I'm telling you. Now I generally am the individual who likes to think with an open mind, but when it comes down to people, especially people of a different ethnicity, different skin color, what have you. But not only do I have an open mind, but I also stay guarded because of my life experiences, because I feel like I know what reality is that it could be. God, I'm sorry, man. I'm yawning like a sun going. That's 2 yards out just out of the blue from nowhere. But anyway, I just feel like that. I just carry myself that way. When I go into situation settings, I go in very optimistic, feeling uh, that I'm not walking into a pit of vipers necessarily. and because I don't want to prejudge anyone before I get a chance to really feel them out and understand and learn who they are. But at the same time, um, I keep my guards up and keep my head on the swivel because in most situations, racism has its ugly head out there, popped up, lurking around, see what hate it can deliver to the next individual. And we as a people, no matter who you are, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, know, you still have to be precautious about who you're dealing with, because you never know. But that go back to what we brought up, which got this conversation kind of started. We brought up somebody brought up, what the situation is happening between Ukraine and Russia. Hey, I'm gonna leave it in God's hands. That's for the best proper outcome, which may not always be the case, in our opinion. But at the same time, I don't feel it's my business to be overly concerned with, because of the fact that I'm trying to get out of the mind frame that America has given us, making us feel like we have the rights to get involved with any uh, disagreements or understands that other countries have with each other. I'm trying to change my mindset about it because, um, if you think about it, a lot of us as Americans, the first thing coming to our mind when we see, man, I'm sorry, that's the third one. When we see a situation jump off, when we see like a larger company is coming down on a smaller country, the first thing coming to our mind, because of the fact that how our culture is here and what the politicians have fed us here in this country over the years and decades and centuries. They make us feel like we're supposed to get involved. We got a lot of people walking around today not agreeing with Biden and his administration for not stepping in on this war. And I tell the folks that bring to me, I say, well, why would we do that? We don't need to do that. I was praying that we didn't do that. We get involved with that. Next thing you know, we tied up in court. Or war situation for a while. I mean, work. Then on top of that, relationships. Russia, in my opinion, has never loved the U.S. since several years back, before I was born even. But I think they respected and tolerated us just the same as we've done them. So, my man Putin wanted to put it out there. Hey, I'm not messing around. If you want to get involved, I got to lay you down. You know what I'm saying? And so, I ain't mad at the man for sticking up for his country and his beliefs, but from what little bit of information that I have heard and received about the Ukraine and Russia situation, I'm not to that point where I think I need to make that my business. I don't like what I've heard so far, as far as from what Russia has done to make this situation happen. But at the same time, I'm very much aware that I need to keep my business to myself, and I wish the rest of the country would. I understand the concerns, but at the same time, it ain't my story to tell. It's not my battle to fight, and I wish the best for everyone in between those two countries, that they all make it out all right, because wartime is no time for anyone to have to go through. It is what it is. But at the same time, you know, hey, what do you do? You know, uh, like I said, you know, I don't know what the leadership of Russia is so hungry for when it comes down to Ukraine. But at the same time, I know it's got to be something. Try to make that start to what, because I got a feeling if Ukraine conforms and and follow the leadership of Russia from this point, not only are they going to be people in bondage, but they're just going to be some of them are going to be refused to do things the Russian way. But I think you're going to have a lot of homeless people hiding away. Well, they may not necessarily be homeless, but they'll be hiding away and trying to, you know, keep that culture alive and things of that nature, because they don't want away the freedom that they've enjoyed for the last few years. And you know, Russia just on one right now, in my opinion. They, I don't know exactly what they want their country, but I know they used to own that country. Matter of fact, I think Ukraine was one of the larger, more forcible armies and military branches for the USSR, for what Russia, formerly known as USSR, United Socialist Soviet Republic of Russia. That's what it stood for. It's two R's. But one R, it was what they displayed to us. And I mean, this situation is not far removed from when these countries have fought together in the Cold War. But it doesn't matter. Different sides of the track now. It's amazing, you know. Animals have less problems than we do. Yeah, I'm entering a bad spot on the highway down here in Fayetteville, Tennessee, which is my normal breakup time. If I can get my brothers to turn me back on when I get to the other side of this highway mess, I will do so. We can continue from there. But for some reason, I'm a little sleepy. It just came down on me all of a sudden. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, it is what it is. Troublesome times are here. At last, now that all's past, humble your heart to God, feeling that chastening rod. And it's time to wake up, for real. It's time to do right. It's time to take life serious. Right side and 817. Yeah, don't listen to the man. I love hearing this because he's very personal, very intellectual, very aware of what he's speaking about. And
out the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.